Hello, in this video, we will be covering types of quadrilateral. If you have not watched the previous videos related to this chapter, that is part 1 and part 2, you can go through. I have given the link in the I button. Here we are going through the type of quadrilaterals. Out of that, the first one is trapezium. What is trapezium? So in trapezium, there are two parallel sides and two are non-parallel sides. Suppose this is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Here AB is parallel to CD. But these two lines, that is AD and BC, they are not parallel. So for parallel, we write symbol this. AB is parallel to BC. Not BC, sorry. AB is parallel to CD. And for not parallel, here AD is not parallel to BC. One pair of opposite side is parallel, then it is a trapezium. There is one more term which is commonly used, that is isosceles trapezium. What is that? In this, it is definitely, it says trapezium, so it is a trapezium. Only the non-parallel sides has to be equal. Suppose this is X, Y, Z, W. Here XY is parallel to WZ as like other trapezium, but also the non-parallel side, which is XW and YZ, they are equal. XW is equals to YC, but definitely XW is not parallel to YZ. So this is isosceles trapezium. This term has come from isosceles trapezium. This term has come from isosceles triangle where the two sides are equal. Same way, isosceles trapezium means the two sides of a trapezium are equal. Second type of quadrilateral is kite. So in kite, it's something like this. Have you seen the kite? The one which we fly? A, B, C, D. So here, two pair of adjacent side. Adjacent side matlab baju baju ka. They are neighbor. So AB and AD are equal. So AB is equal to AD. And also BC is equals to CD. Means two pair of adjacent sides are equal. Then we say they are trapezium. And also if you see, only one pair of adjacent angle are going to be equal. Here, angle B is equals to angle D, and angle A and angle C, they are not equal. So these are the property of kite. Third type of quadrilateral is parallelogram. What is parallelogram? Parallelograms. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram if opposite sides are parallel. So in parallelogram, I can say parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. Means AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. How I can write? AB is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. Here, obviously the opposite side are also equal. So what all properties of parallelogram are here? Let's understand that. So before going to the property, we need to understand few terms which we use here. The first one is opposite side. Opposite sides are very clear. Like if this is AB, opposite of it is DC. And if I take AD, opposite side is BC. So there are two pair of opposite sides, AB and CD. And also if I take AD, that is BC, opposite side. So same way, opposite angles. What are opposite angles? The one who are at diagonal, like A is opposite to C. So angle A is opposite to angle C and angle B is opposite to angle D. The second term we need to understand is adjacent. Adjacent. Adjacent means what? It is neighbor. Adjacent means neighbor. So if I say there are two adjacent sides, not two, there are other pair also. Like if I take AB, so AB has adjacent side either AD or AB also has adjacent side BC. So if I see into the figure, see, this is AB. If I go this side, so BC is adjacent. If I go opposite side, so AB has adjacent side AD. Same way, if I talk of DC, so DC has adjacent side BC or DC has adjacent side AD. You can take anyone. Adjacent means neighbor. Same way, we can talk of adjacent angles. These are about adjacent side. Let's talk adjacent angles. What are they? Let's see. Here, if I take angle A. So while moving around the quadrilateral, A has neighborhood of B, even A has neighborhood of D. So A has adjacent angle either B or A has adjacent angle D. Same way, can you comment me what is the adjacent angle for C? There are two adjacent. Angle C is adjacent to this and C is also adjacent to this. If you understood the concept, please comment it. So now let's understand the properties of parallelogram. What are they? Let's first draw the parallelogram. So suppose this is a parallelogram A, B, C, D. So the first property says opposite side of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So we understood opposite side of a parallelogram are equal. So we understood what is opposite side, correct? So AB has opposite side DC. So definitely AB is equals to DC because the property says opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So AB has opposite side CD, so they are going to equal. And also AD opposite side is BC. Opposite means amne samne. So AD is opposite to BC, so they are also going to equal. So we can say a parallelogram has two pair of opposite side, this, and they are equal. Second property of a parallelogram are opposite angles of a parallelogram are also equal. So we also understood that angle. Let's see that. So if I take angle A, what is the opposite angle? It is angle C. As the property says, they are equal. So this. And similarly, if I take angle B, opposite is angle D. Opposite means, see, the diagonally, this one. So these two are equal. So I can say parallelogram has two pair of opposite angles and they are equal. The third property of a parallelogram says adjacent angle. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are complementary. Not complementary, supplementary. So whether these terms confuse you also, let's see. So first the property says adjacent angle of a parallelogram are supplementary. Supplementary. So first, what is supplementary? Means sum of two angle is 180 degree. Here, angle A has adjacent angle. See, adjacent means neighbor. Either angle B or angle D, right? So, angle A plus angle B is also 180 degree. Or you can write angle A and it has adjacent angle D. So angle D together is 180 degree. Same way, other pair, if I take angle C, so adjacent is B and D both. So angle B is 180 degree. Or you can also see angle D plus angle C plus angle D is 180 degree. Anyone. So let's understand two more terms which is related to angle. One is complementary angle. Complementary angle. And the second one is supplementary angle. What are they? If the sum of two angles, suppose A and B, they together are 90 degree. For example, I have one angle over. This is 30 degree and I have another angle which is 60 degree. So see, if I add these two, 30 and 60, it is 90 degree. So I will say angle A and angle B are complementary to each other. Take another case. Suppose I have one angle, this one is 110 degree, and there is another angle which is 70 degree. So as the sum of, suppose angle X, angle Y is 180 degree, then I say they are supplementary. So here 110 plus 70 is obviously 180 degree. So I will say angle X and angle Y are supplementary. Fourth property of a parallelogram is the diagonal. What is diagonal? Let's see. Suppose I have a parallelogram. Let's give something new name. Name them as PLAN, plan. So this is a parallelogram. If I join the opposite vertex, that is NL and PA, they are my diagonal. So PA and NL are diagonals of a parallelogram. Correct? Okay. So one more property is diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. What is that? Diagonal of a parallelogram bisect. Diagonals, because there are two diagonals. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. It means if they intersect, suppose PA and NL two diagonal, they meet at O. So PO and AO, that is two part of diagonal PA, and also NO and LO, the two diagonal, the two part of a diagonal NL, correct? So these two parts are equal, means NO is going to be OL, PO is equals to OA. This is for any of the parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, this property is going to true. So we have studied the four property of a parallelogram first. Can you recall me those properties? So the first property says opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Second property says opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal, means angle P is equals to angle A, angle N is equals to angle L. And the third property says the adjacent angle means neighborhood angle. The sum of neighborhood angle are 180 degree, means angle P plus angle L is 180 degree. Or you take any pair of adjacent angle, either P and L 180 degree, L and A 180 degree. And the fourth property is diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. So we have studied the concept. Let's do the first question of exercise. What it says? Parallelogram ABCD, complete each statement along with the definition or property used. First one, AD, correct? AD is where? This side. So the property says opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So if it is AD, it is going to be BC. One important thing to keep in mind here is, if I'm moving from A to D, that is upward direction, here also I will move in upward direction. It is not mandatory. You can write CB also, but most of the जो book का denomination है, they use AD is equals to BC. Most of the time they will write this. Okay. Second part, it says angle DCB. So see here, starting from D, then C, this side, and then B. Means they are talking of angle B. DCB is equal to what? So the property says opposite angle of a parallelogram are equal. So angle C has opposite angle A, which is this. Correct? So if here it is DCB, I can write DAB. So it is angle DAB. Even you can write BAD. The A has to come in between. You can write BAD is also correct. Third says OC. Can you see OC is where? Here. So it is a half part of diagonal. And what the property says? Property says the diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. Means OC is always equal to another part of that diagonal, which is OA. Now see, M for measure. Here one thing to notice is M is measure. The measurement of angle DAB. Where is that? DAB means they are talking of angle A. And plus measure of CDA. That is CDA means this one. They are adjacent angle. So we know the fourth property of a parallelogram. The adjacent angle, the sum of the adjacent angle is 180 degree. That is, they are supplementary. So it is 180 degree. Correct? Okay. So shall we move to next question? The second question has many subparts, and the first part is this. It says consider the following parallelograms, means all the figure given here, either 1, 2, 3 questions, they are parallelogram. And they says find the value of x, y, z. They have mentioned the angle in the figure and we need to find them using the property of a parallelogram or definition of the parallelogram. Okay. So see here. If I need to calculate x, correct? It is the adjacent angle of B. It means measure of angle ABC. That is this angle. And measure of angle DCB. They are supplementary because of adjacent angle. So I can write logic here, adjacent angle of a parallelogram. Adjacent angles of a parallelograms. So they are supplementary. Substitute the value. I know measure of angle ABC. They have given 100. I need to calculate measure of angle DCB. See, the DCB they have mentioned over here, x. So I can write x. Now, using the linear equation, here x is 180 degree minus 100. When I'll transfer 100 that side, it will become minus. So x is 80 degree. Means the value of x is 80 degree. Now to calculate y, I know next property of a parallelogram that opposite angle of parallelogram are equal. So angle B is equals to angle Y, the opposite angle. See, you can write the detail like ABC is same here, angle AB same as angle B. So you can write it until unless there are some partition in between. If this is the case and I write to mention this, in that case, I cannot write angle B. I need to write full. If I need to mention this angle, I need to write A, B, D, like that. Angle A, B, D. In this case, I cannot write angle B. But if there is only this full angle, I can write like this. So angle B is equals to angle Y. Why? Because of opposite angle of parallelogram. opposite angles of a parallelogram. Correct? The property says they are equal. So that is why as angle B is 100 degree, Y is also 100 degree. Similarly, you can calculate Z. How? I'll write here in the box. It says angle Z is equals to angle C. Again, the same logic, opposite angles of parallelogram equal. So Z is 80 degree as angle C, which is X, is 80 degree. Correct? So that is angle Z is 80 degree. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the second part of this question. The second sub-question of question 2 is again the same thing. It is a parallelogram and we need to find X, Y, Z. Here they have not mentioned the vertex of a parallelogram. So we ourselves can mention it. It will be easy to solve them. So angle A, B, C, D, and take this extended line as E. I'm mentioning this just to make to you the sum understand in an easy way. Now, starting from the property. Here, I know angle A plus angle B are adjacent angles, so they are going to supplementary. I can write here adjacent angle, adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Correct? Parallelogram. See, I'm writing shortcut, but we cannot use it in the exam. Just to make it a little faster, I'm using this shortcut. The two parallel line and grams, parallelograms. Angle A is given 50 degree. Angle B, I need to calculate. So angle B is, by solving it, I'll get this. So angle B is how much? Which is nothing but Y, right? Is 130 degree. Same way, you can calculate angle D because A and D are supplementary. So instead of doing this, we can also say angle B is equals to angle D, opposite angle of parallelogram. Correct? Opposite angles of a parallelogram. So angle B I got, which is 130 degree. So angle D, which is X, X is also B, 130 degree. Now what about Z? Okay, let's see. Here, I know opposite angle of parallelogram are equal, right? So angle A is equals to angle C. Here, I cannot write angle C because angle C is this side also, angle side is this side also. So which angle you are mentioning, you have to write in detail. So instead of writing angle C, I have to write angle A is equals to angle BCD because I'm mentioning this specific angle this side, not this. Correct? They are equal. So as angle A is 50 degree, therefore angle BCD is also 50 degree. Now, if you see clearly, this is a straight line, right? So angle BCD plus angle BCE is going to be 180 degree, and this is not supplementary. This is not adjacent angle. They are obviously supplementary because sum is 180 degree, but I will not say them as adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Instead, it is a linear pair because they are making one straight line. BCD I have just calculated, which is 50 degree. Angle BCE I need to calculate, and it is after this very simple, just solving it. 180 minus 50, so it is 130 degree. So never forget to write the final answer. X, I got 130 degree. Y, I got 50 degree. And Y also I got 30 degree, right? Sorry, my bad. And angle Z, I got 130 degree. So X, Y, and Z, both answer is 130 degree. Correct? Okay. Let's see the third question. Okay. So here it is a parallelogram. Again, to make it simple, let's name it A, B, C, D. Here, as I know, this is 30 degree, correct? And okay, are you familiar with some few terms which is alternate interior angle, vertically opposite angle, like that? Those concepts we are going to use here. First, see what is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles. So if two straight lines are intersecting, then these and these are vertically opposite angles. Suppose this is X and this is Y. So X and Y is equal. Suppose this is W and this is Z. So again, they are another pair of vertically opposite angles. So W is Z. That is one. Correct? So if you see from the figure, these are angle X and these two, name them as A. So angle AOB and angle DOC are vertically opposite angle, right? Vertically opposite angle. So they are equal. Angle AOB is X, I need to search. But angle DOC, they have given this symbol, which means 90 degree. So angle X is also 90 degree. Now, going through the property of triangle. So angle sum of a triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle says sum of all angles of a triangle is how much? Sum of all angle of a triangle is 180 degree. Correct? Here, if I consider triangle AOB. So here, see, angle this, which is Y. Instead of writing detail, I'll write in shortcut, angle Y. Second angle, angle X. And then angle 30 degree. All three together is 180 degree. Y, I got angle X as 90 degree. And this is 30, is 180 degree. This together is 120. So I can transfer it, which will give you Y is 60 degree. Correct? This Y is 60 degree. Same way, in another triangle, this one, there is Z. Correct? Now, see here. It is a parallelogram. So, opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel. That is why it's parallelogram. So, we need to learn here alternate interior angle. One new concept is alternate interior angle. And what are they? If there are two parallel lines and one transversal is cutting it. So alternate means one this side, one this side. Interior means the two parallel line, and we are talking of inside angle, not the outside one. So alternate interior angle are equal, right? So here you see this one and this one, two parallel line. AC is cutting it, right? AC is cutting it. So alternate interior angle, one this side and one this side. Can you figure it out? Let me draw clearly here. Suppose I have one line here, and one line is cutting. So these are alternate interior angle. So the same figure here, just see this line and this. That is AB and CD are parallel and AC is cutting. So this angle Y, let me erase it. Now the figure is little bit clear. So AB and CD are parallel and AC is cutting. So alternate interior angle, that is Y is equals to Z. So I got Y, which is 60 degree, So definitely Z is also 60 degree. Fourth question is again very simple. See, here the first property is opposite angle of a parallelogram are equal. So what is opposite angle? Let's name them first. A, B, C, D, and then the extended part name as E. So angle A and angle C are opposite angle. So therefore, angle A is equals to angle C and they are equal. So Y is equals to angle C is 80 degree. Therefore, Y is 80 degree. Now we also know the sum of adjacent angle of a parallelogram is 180 degree. I got this 80 degree. So again, angle A plus angle D are adjacent. They are supplementary, means 180 degree. Angle A, I got 80 degree. Angle D is X. And from here, you can calculate X, which is 180 minus 80, means X is 100. Now, to calculate Z, there are two methods. One is alternate interior angle. We have just learned that is the two parallel line. One transversal is cutting. So alternate angle. That is Z is equals to 80 degree. That is first method. Alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. Or the second method is, we know the opposite angle of a parallelogram are equal. Means angle D is equals to angle ABC, right? This part. Angle D I know which is X, and X I got here 100 degree. So angle ABC is 100 degree. Now we also know angle ABC plus angle AB is what and how much it is? 180 degree. The logic is linear pair. It is a straight line. Correct? Here ABC I got 100. So angle ABE is now easy to calculate, right? Just by transferring. I got ABE, which is nothing but G, is 180 minus 100 and Z is 80 degree. Correct? It was so easy. Let's move to the last question of this question 2. So here, this is the last question, last sub part of the second question. First, Y is very easy to calculate. If you want to name it, you can name it. I know angle A is equals to angle C. Angle A is nothing but Y and angle C ka value is 112. And that is why Y is 112. Now, I also know the sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree. So here adjacent angle is angle D plus angle C is 180 degree. They are adjacent angle. Correct? Angle D contain two angles, that is 40 degree and Z. So I can write angle D is 40 plus G and angle C is 112. Correct? And from here, it's easy to calculate angle Z. Sorry, this look like 0, but it is degree. Sorry, it is 112. So adding these two is 152. Now you can calculate Z, which is 8 and then 2 means 28 degree. So angle Z is 28. We got Y, we got Z, and see, this is two parallel line. Correct? This is one transversal. So you can say X is equals to Z by alternate interior angle. Here, I directly got X as 28 degree from here. But you can also use the angle sum property because the 40 plus Y plus X makes one triangle ABD and their sum is 180 degree. So in triangle ABD, X plus Y plus 40 degree is 180 degree. That is angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of a triangle. Correct? Angle X, I need to calculate. Angle Y, I got 112. And this is 40, is 180 degree. So X is 152 degree. And from here, X is 180 minus 152 degree. So X is 28 degree. Correct? As the video is becoming very long, I will cover the remaining questions in the next part. And also you can join my online classes. For that, you have to mail me. Till there, take care and bye-bye. Happy studying.